I don't think it's a surprise at all. I think President Biden, soon-to-be President Biden, indicated that he was going to relax the immigration changes that President Trump had put in place that I think served our country well. He indicated that several weeks back, and so I think this was entirely to be expected. And obviously, it's happening, and we're seeing it form on our southern border. We'll see where we go, what the Biden administration does now that you have this influx of people coming to our southern border, particularly at a time. The other thing, Harris, is when you think about the virus itself. So we'll see how they handle it.
Yeah, I mean, our reporter mentioned Title 42, that blanket halt on people because of COVID-19. You got to have a really good reason to relieve that, I would think, and a good plan. We'll see, as you said. Okay, I want to turn to this now.
Particularly, Harris, if you're going to continue to put all kinds of mandates, keep people from going to church, going to work, going to school, go to loved ones' funerals that, can't get together on if that's going to continue on American citizens, but at the same time you're going to allow immigrants to just come across the border, on our southern border in this caravan, I don't think the American people appreciate that. And it goes into this one thing I think so many Americans have trouble with this town, and it's the double standard. One set of rules that we all regular people have to abide by, but a different set, it seems, for some of the elite members of the Democrat Party.
Yeah. Double standard, hypocrisy, there's a long line. Okay, let's turn to this. Now, despite defense officials saying that they've seen no evidence to point of a possible insider attack at the inauguration, one House Democrat is lobbing this out there.
The Guard is 90-some-odd%, I believe, male. Only about 20% of white males voted for Biden. You've got to figure that in the Guard, which is predominantly more conservative, and I see that on my social media, and we know it, they're probably not more than 25% of the people that are there protecting us who voted for Biden. The other 75% are in the class that would be the large class of folks who might want to do something.
Wow. As a person of color who grew up a military dependent, really?
Yeah. Yeah, no, Harris, you know the kind of sacrifice military families make. Your late father, the service he gave to our country, that is just ridiculous. These are one of the things I try to do when I walk by the law enforcement here on Capitol Hill, when I walk by the military who are here today and have been here for now several days, is give them a thumbs up and thank them for what they do. And the idea that you're going to have a member of Congress who has been protected by these folks then say those things just makes no sense. And again, I think the vast majority across this country understand what our men and women in uniform do for us and what they're doing to protect the Capitol this week and tomorrow when we have this peaceful transition of power that we've always had in this nation. I think it offends countless number of Americans, those comments by my colleague.
Thank you for your kind words about my dad. Former presidential candidate Hillary Clinton and House Speaker Nancy Pelosi were on a podcast and questioned if Russian President Vladimir Putin was somehow involved in the riot on Capitol Hill. Watch, and then I'll get your take.
I would love to see his phone records to see whether he was talking to Putin the day that the insurgents invaded our Capitol. Do you think we need a 9/11 type commission to investigate and report everything that they can pull together and explain what happened?
I do. With you, Mr. President, all roads lead to Putin. I don't know what Putin has on him politically, financially, or personally. But what happened last week was a gift to Putin because Putin wants to undermine democracy in our country and throughout the world.
Congressman Jordan.
Yeah, I mean, this obsession with the Russia hoax is just that. It's an obsession. Remember, they tried to remove President Trump from office before he got there. They're now trying to remove him after he's leaving. I mean, it's truly an obsession. It started July 31st, 2016, when they opened the investigation. We now know, Harris, everyone knows that there was no predicate, no basis for opening that investigation because they told us. Clapper told us when Rick Renell released the transcripts, all these people, Clapper, Sally Yates, all these people, Susan Rice, they all said there was no evidence of any coordination or conspiracy before they opened the investigation. They did it anyway because they were out to get this president, and it's continued now even after he leaves office with this second round of impeachment. So again, American people have common sense. They see those comments for what they are. They're ridiculous.